So, in this one, we are going to talk about, does Jyotisha work? If yes, then how? And how much significance does it hold for us Narasimha Sadhaks or Vaishnavas in general? So, let's get to the first question. Does Jyotisha work? Yes, it does work as it's one of the Vedangs. Now, what's a Vedangs? Vedo ke jo ang hai, obviously, that's a Vedang. The parts of the Vedas. They are not in the Vedas, like Jyotish word, I guess you wouldn't find in the Vedas only. But there are some topics which you learn with the Vedas. For example, Sanskrit, Vyākaraṇa, grammar, right? Because obviously, without it, how would you read the Vedas? How would you understand the Vedas? Similarly, Ganit, as far as I know, is also a Vedang. And similarly, Jyotish Shastras are also a Vedang. That means, in addition to the Vedas, you also read the Jyotish texts in the Vedic pantheon. So, okay, we know that Jyotish is legitimate. Now, how does it work? So, basically, when a soul reincarnates, what actually happens is the personality is not reincarnating. Only two things reincarnate. They are the vasanas and the sanskaras. Vasanas means the desires, and sanskaras are the tendencies. So, for example, in this birth, I have a tendency to fight with everyone because there is this desire that I want to humiliate someone, let's say, or I want to show that I'm the most powerful one. That's why I have this tendency of fighting with everyone. So, when I'll die, and let's say I reincarnate, I hope I do not, but let's say I reincarnate, then this tendency and this tendency and desire, they both would reincarnate, and along with all the other tendencies and desires I have had, the strong ones. So next janam, maybe I would have that same tendency of fighting with others, because there would be a desire in me that I want to show everyone that I am the stronger one and they should like respect me and bow down to me and everything, right? So we know that there are these vasana samskaras which come with, and where are these vasana samskaras stored? They are stored in the different chakras of our body. That's why after reading the kundli and everything, one can tell which chakra is the most dominant chakra in a specific human being. That chakra holds the most amount of karmas for that human being in that birth. For example, if someone's Manipura chakra is very active in a specific birth, let's say, it holds the maximum amount of karmas. That means the person in that birth would try to run after fame or power and things like that. All right, Agni Tattva related things. So basically, if someone is getting reincarnated, the planets are like indicators. They show that this person is reincarnating with these specific kinds of tendencies and desires. Now, many people say that uh, due to this planet I am acting like this. That's not the case. The planets are just indicators. I'm driving a car, let's say, and I use the indicator to show that I will move right. That the indicator blinking towards the right side does not mean that because of the indicator blinking I am driving towards the right side, right? I am driving towards the right side, and that's why I have like turned on the indicator. Similarly, the planets are not affecting us. The planets are just indicators. They are showing that our own karmas from the previous births, our own vasanas and sanskaras from the previous births would play out in this specific manner in this birth. So, for example, if the planetary positions show that this person is going to have a lot of problems with his family, and let's say he would live away from his family due to many problems or fights he has with his family, let's say, all right, what does that mean? If his chart is showing that, that means he has some specific kinds of vasana sanskaras which would lead him to fight with his family. In addition, his parents would have specific vasana samskaras that would also make the situation worse, and as a result he would and plus one more thing, he would also have an attraction towards uh, new places or an aversion to the place he lives. So after combining all these situations, he, as a result, he would move out. So these planets are just indicating what kind of vasana samskaras you have and what kind of environment you would get in. At the end of the day, even basically they are showing the inclinations, right? That I have an inclination to fight with someone, for example, but at the end I do have the free will. So many Jyotish people say that we have negligible free will, or almost no free will, or no free will at all, also sometimes. But no, that's not true. We do have free will, and the intensity of the addiction, or the intensity of the inclination, can differ from person to person and from topic to topic. But let's say even a guy who's very much addicted to drugs is not completely forced to take it. He still has that some amount of free will. Even if I'm addicted to coffee, for example, that means that I have a very strong inclination towards drinking that coffee, towards drinking coffee. But that does not mean that I am forced to do it. It is already determined that I would drink coffee. Obviously, I can choose not to drink it too. So similarly, the kundli shows that we have these specific inclinations, and yeah, we can choose to bow down to those inclinations and, well, do not work on it, and like be almost like a pashu, and whatever the previous vasana samskaras we had, we just lead them to guide us in this life, and we do whatever those vasana samskaras decide. So that's not why we got this human birth, right? We can consciously choose to work against those specific vasana samskaras. Some vasana samskaras are good ones, like if someone likes to pray, that's a that's a good samskara. And why does he like to pray? Because he wants to reach God. That's a good vasana. So we can consciously choose to enhance the good vasana samskaras and reduce the lower vasana samskaras. But it is comparatively very much easier to improve or make new vasana samskaras, the better vasana samskaras, rather than deleting the old ones. See, once you start doing sadhana and Shakti starts flowing into you from the divine realms, what happens is your Vasana samskaras start to change. New Vasana samskaras are built inside you. Now, with time, those new Vasana samskaras would, because you are giving those new Vasana samskaras a lot of energy, they would start becoming dominant. And the old Vasana samskaras, which were either good or bad, let's say, uh, they would start to weaken up, and slowly they would just hide deep beneath you. They would not act up anymore, because the other good vasana sanskaras which you have built after sadhana are very strong, and they are like the dominant ones in you. So in Ramanuj Bhashya of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, I remember there is an instance where it is written that when we start doing sadhana, or let's say we start doing chintan of Sriman Narayan starts to burn up all the pap and the bad vasana samskaras we have in our minds. And it's almost like, जैसे cotton का एक ढेर हो, and there is a, like someone lights up a matchstick and like throws it on that cotton ka pile. That dry cotton would start to burn, and slowly it would completely turn into ashes. Similarly, once we start chintan of Sriman Narayan, we start the chintan of Mahavishnu, slowly, but he starts to burn up all those bad vasana samskaras and the papi man inside us. So this is how we can create new vasana samskaras. And, well, there is one saying which I remember, Sri Guru Rohit Arya ji said it, that kundalini jagran ke baad kundali phad do. And for sadhaks, all right, you can use Jyotish for, now it's the third question. We have come to the third question. The second question is done. How does Jyotisha work? Basically, Jyotisha just tells you by seeing the planets, which are the indicators, that what specific Vasana Samskaras you would have and how they would play out in this birth. Now, there is one more sub question in this, that people say that during Amavasya, or like during the transit of this planet, the people of these rashis would have this effects coming to these effects coming to them. What is all that about? If planets are not affecting, then how a planet transiting would affect them? The planet transiting is not the thing which is affecting that soul. The Vasana Samskaras during that specific period were going to become active in all those specific people. Obviously, many people have similar kinds of Vasana Samskaras, right? It's not like only I would have this X kind of Vasana Samskar which would make me fight with other people a lot. Obviously, there are a lot of people who also fight with others, and out of, let's say, if there are 100 people like that, you can find around 70 with who have like who clearly have some Mars related combinations, which Mars or Sun related combinations, which lead them in this kind of a place where they are fighting with everyone, right? So what's happening is, all those people were going to let's say get angry or start getting more angry during that specific time of their life because of their certain past actions. Again, the planet transiting is a signal that now they are going to get angry. It's not the planet transiting itself which is affecting you. It is just an indicator. It is telling you that your past karmas are going to, like, they are going to express themselves in this specific manner from now on till this time. So yeah, that's that. Now the third question, for us Narasimha Sadhaks or Vaishnavas in general, how much does Jyotish matter? So you can obviously do the pariharams and everything related to planets to strengthen the planets if you have some weak planets and all. But see, I did some pap, because of which, let's say, my Saturn is very weak and I would struggle in my career. Then I am doing that Saturn related pariharam. So basically, I took something from nature, or I did a harm to nature, and now I'm praying back to the planet. I'm praying back to the nature, so that I'm giving something back. I'm paying a fine, let's say, so that it becomes neutral, and the effects of that negative Saturn reduces a bit. But that does not mean that I would get spiritually uplifted by doing that thing, right? So we know for a matter of fact that these navagrahas are the these navagrahas are the dasas of the dasas of the dasas of the dasas of the last dasas of Sriman Narayan. So we can directly pray to Sriman Narayan if and be in complete Sharanagati. We can just do our sadhana and be in complete Sharanagati to Sriman Narayan, to Sri Narsingh Dev. And if he thinks that this specific thing, like, there is this problem in his life which is going to come and I should remove it, he is a good bhakta, I should remove it, he would remove it. And if he thinks that I must get it, let's say, for we have this word, right, character development, or like, I need that specific thing to happen to me so that I grow more spiritually, then he would give it to me. There is this one concept in Stoicism, right, amor fati, that embrace fate. Whatever is happening to you, like, embrace it. Obviously God knows more than us. He knows what's better for us. So whatever he does, if we are a good sadhak, we love Sriman Narayan, we love our Ishta, we love Narsingh Bhagwan, and we are doing sadhana, then he knows that we are loyal to him, and he will obviously do good things with us. Even if on a temporary basis we are seeing that this specific bad thing is happening with me, he has a plan. He knows that this specific thing is going to make do some character changes in us, which is required, and with the help of those changes we are going to progress higher later down. So yeah, uh, we can just we should just pray to Sriman Narayan so that these we do not need to do these pariharams, whatever graha related problems, whatever graha related problems, again they are not graha related problems, they are our own vasana sanskara, they are results of our own previous karmas. uh, they also get nullified, and now they will get nullified to an extent, because there are three kinds of karmas. There are adred karma, dred adred karma, and dred karma. So let's say by doing normal शनि देव को तेल चढ़ा देना and all, we can nullify the adred karma. Then there are the dred adred karma. Let's say we can do some complicated ritual for the planets to nullify that. Okay, but now there are dred karmas. Nobody can change the dred karma, because see, if I'm a kid and I do something which is a little mischievous in front of my parents, they'd just be like, okay, koi nahi, let's forgive him, and they wouldn't scold me like a lot. If the mistake I did or the mischievous thing I did was very small, I would not get punished. So what's happening here is ki the parents are showing daya to me, and they are like, all right, he's just a kid and it's just a small mistake, it's nothing big. But if I do a very big bad thing, then obviously I would get punished, right? Even though they are my parents, they would still punish me. Similarly, if I have done some very big pap in the previous births, then uh, then I need to get punished for it. Even though, see, when we are doing sadhana for moksha or for vaikuntha, then we are asking for something which would go on till infinite times. But our sadhana is not infinite. We have been doing sadhana since only a specific amount of lives. So by giving the sadhana of finite lives, we are asking for something that's infinite. That's not right. So even if we get moksha, that is due to the Sharanagati we have uh, of Sriman Narayan. It's just because we are in the Sharanagati of Sriman Narayan. It's because Sriman Narayan is like, okay, he's a good child. Let's bring him up. Just like how our parents are, he's a good child in general, even though he has done some mistakes. Let's forgive him. Even though he has done some small mistakes. But if we do a big mistake, even if we are in Sharanagati, we need to pay the price. All right. If I, let's say, slap someone, obviously my parents would scold me, because why did I do such a bad thing? If I broke my toy or something like that, it's a small mistake. All right, it can be nullified. The parents won't say much. But if I like beat up someone, then obviously they would scold me, they would beat me. Similarly, if I have done some big pap or a big punya even for that matter, then the fruits of that karma are too great, and yeah, I must get them, be it bad or be it good. So they are the dhrida karmas. We would have to take those fruits, we have no option, because obviously they are our own karma. It's not like it's something unjust happening to us. We did all those bad things, so we have to get the results of those things too. So what are the dred karmas, what are your dred karmas, what are your adred karmas, even they can be seen from your kundli. But that does not matter. We do not give much value to kundali. My kundali might be very bad, but if I am praying to Sriman Narayan, he would obviously take care of the navgrahas. They are literally like the last servants of Sriman Narayan. Of those servants, there are servants, and To those also there are some servants, and to those also there are some servants, and to those the Navgrahas are servants. So obviously, if Shriman Narayan decides, then I can get the Kundli related things can also get sorted. Yeah, if I did something very big in the previous birth, then I would have to get the result, obviously. But all the small things, all the Dred Karma and Adred Karma, they can get nullified. In addition to all this, I would also get spiritually uplifted. If I am all focused in just Kundli related things, then how will I get time to do my own Vaishnav sadhana? And in addition to the Vaishnav sadhana, if I'm doing all these remedies for planets and all, I am not in complete Sharanagati to Sriman Narayan in the first place. I am praying to these different planets too. Then how can I say that I'm in complete Sharanagati to Sriman Narayan? I'm not in complete Sharanagati then. So for us, the planets should not matter that much. Yeah, we should rely on Jyotish just to see the good tithis, when is Ekadashi and when is some Narasimha related powerful tithi like Narasimha Jayanti and other Vaishnav Jayantis and everything. For those things we need Kundi. But for example, in Sri Vaishnav Sampradaya, even during weddings, the Kundli matching process is not done, because we are in complete Sharanagati of Sriman Narayan. We do not need the acceptance of the agreement of the Navgrahas for the marriage, right? If Sriman Narayan agrees, and obviously my Guru is Sriman Narayan in the human form. So if my Guru agrees, yeah, that I should marry this woman, then okay, there's no problem. And from the other side also, if she has a Guru and he agrees that yeah, I am the right person for her, then Sriman Narayan is from the both sides. Sriman Narayan is saying yes. Then why do I need to ask the Navgrahas for it? Right? If the police commissioner is saying that yeah, this specific thing is legal, why would I go to a Havaldar? If I have direct contact with the commissioner, why would I go to the Havaldar? So in this video I just answered these three questions. First question was, does Jyotisha work? Yes, it does. How does it work? It works as an indicator. It shows us how the results of our past karmas from the past births would from the past births and the past karmas of this birth too, basically all our past karmas, how they would play out present in the present times and in this birth basically. And third, do we Vaishnavas need to value it a lot? No, just for the tithis and all, yes, we should see it, but for our spiritual growth, we just rely on Sriman Narayan. For even our financial growth, we just rely on Sriman Narayan, because we are in complete Sharanagati of him. We want to be in complete Sharanagati of him, and he can give us both. He can nullify the planet related problems too, and he only can give us spiritual upliftment. So yeah, ek teer se do nishane, right? We would nullify the planet related problems too, and we would get spiritually uplifted too. So yeah, that's that. Jai Shriman Narayan, Jai Shri Lakshmi Narsingh.